It didn't tell me I'm live yet. Oh, I'm live. All right, we are live.
We are live.
We are live. Oh, cheers. Dustin, you got your glass? Welcome, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, wine and whatever Wednesdays. And we are lucky we have Dustin from Valette Restaurant, one of our favorite restaurants here in town. Super duper excited. So, what someone say? So Dustin's in the middle. We got Ben out of the pool. So Ben's joining us too. Thank you. We're drinking the 2017 Nunes Vineyard Pinot Noir. We brought some into Valette last week, and Justin came up with an amazing pairing. So, gentlemen, take it away.
Well, you're going to talk about what we had for dinner. So you guys actually went to the restaurant the other night and sat down and enjoyed the meal. Yolanda and I went and had a pickup. So we ate at home, and you'll show the pictures later.
Both ways. Amazing.
The pork porterhouse.
Honey brine pork porterhouse, candied walnuts, salt covered plums? No.
Salt cured. So we have a little bit of plums. Yes, we actually cure them in salt with a little bit of sugar.
Really? Never done that.
Yeah.
And Pinot Noir mustard. What's that?
Pinot Noir mustard. The Pinot Noir mustard totally is like the quintessential for that dish. Pork, Pinot, mustard, you're good. It came out really well.
It did. We enjoyed it. We have a before and after picture.
This is great.
My wine glass.
Amazing. You'll love it.
All right, this is Ben's dinner at his house. He's drinking the wine as well. It was forced to drink it, but look, you even have the rolls there. Check that out. Ben's got it all. And then
that's not nice to say about Ben. Ben's amazing, right? He's full figure. Don't call him rolls. I can't believe she said that to you. You're gonna take that? Throw her back in the pool. You're out of here. Come on, man. You can't take that.
You threw me under the bus? Not this early into the program.
That comes later.
Here's mine.
Oh, I love it. That's fantastic.
There's mine. I enjoyed it so much I didn't let anybody take a picture. Absolutely.
Hey, you know what? That's what we have paparazzi for, right? You got the paparazzi coming out like, boom, take the picture and be like, look, I'm focused. I'm a career professional here. I drink wine, I eat food. You know, these before and after pictures. Ben did a good job taking it. He saved our bacon. Pun intended.
It happened. And as a matter of fact, there was some small, very thinly sliced bacon on top of the pork, which was good. The nice little salty component that was we love that. But I think the one that really surprised me though was the, as you say, the pickled peach. Pickled
green peaches.
Yeah, that I've never seen anything like it. But they were about the size of a big olive. It's like sliced olives.
That wasn't on the pork, was it?
No, it was on the salad.
Right there. You can see it. Upper left. You can see it.
All right. I'm going to try.
So funny story. So, Ben, you make amazing wines. And probably one of your secrets, I don't know, but I'm going to guess, is you probably go through and you thin out the crop to concentrate the berries to get more flavor into the actual berries, right? The clusters themselves. So,
absolutely.
Yep. So Gail from Dry Creek Peach does the same thing. What she does is she goes through her trees and she thins out all the peaches and keeps a peach every this far. They hang loose, as she says. So she throws away all these little peach nubs, about this big. I looked at it and I was like, I have an idea. So it took me about 2 years to master it. But we basically take these little nubs, these premature peaches, and we do this crazy process. Takes about 2.5 weeks. And you get this little tart, pickled, crispy, crunchy, almost like peach-esque kind of flavor. And it is amazing. The funny part is this little baby guy like this big takes so long to do it. It's crazy, but it's worth it. So you're like, you know.
Expecting olive. So it had that green olive look with the little white, some kind of other different olive I hadn't seen. And I tasted it and go, whoa, that is not enough.
Crazy, right? We had those. I had that in Italy. I was in Italy and they served us these, they called some Italian name that basically said pickled green peach and olive oil. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to try it. I tasted it. It was freaking horrible. It was like artificial truffle oil, and they soaked them in this, and it was just disgusting. It was like, I mean, literally, I think they took like diesel from one of their cars and like poured it on top. It was just so bad. But I was like, dude, no, grappa was a welcome, like, to like wash off this flavor of utter crap before. But like the idea was brilliant. So I was talking to Gail. She talked about these little green peaches, and it took us literally forever to come up with it. But that's the best part. It's exciting.
It worked really well. So I saw your pictures. I saw your cooking shows from Italy. Would look like great. We love it.
Hey, this is pre-COVID, all right? This is like I'm not the outbreak monkey. This was before any of that happened. It was absolutely amazing, but it was so much fun because not only was like the wines amazing there, but just that the terroir. Like when you go to this medieval castle up in the middle of the Alps, you sit there and you have, it's just nostalgic. You have this crazy history, and it was absolutely insane. It was so much fun.
We went and visited our family in southern Italy. We still have family there, so it was great to get all over northern Italy and southern Italy. I haven't been to Sicily yet. I'm waiting for that one.
We should do it. We should do a field trip. I like that. And in a couple of months, when everything's all done.
Canceled. We had to cancel our trip. We had over 130 people going from Barcelona to Athens. We were going to stop in Italy. We were going to a restaurant, a chef's dinner there or lunch. We had to cancel. It was supposed to be June 7th, and you know, after 2 years of planning, we had to cancel it.
That's crazy. Well, speaking of your Hawaiian shirt, guess where I'm supposed to be right now? I'm supposed to be in Hawaii right this second. And we had to cancel that also. I was like, they're like, no, you can still go. You just got to quarantine for 2 weeks in a room. And I was like, look, I'm a fat guy. I love food. I love Hawaiian. I'm in. I was like, but 2 weeks in Hawaii? No way, dude. Like, I got to like at least look outside or something. So we canceled it.
You also own and run a very popular restaurant. I can't imagine you can get away for 3 to 4 weeks at a time.
This was actually a whopping 4 days, but still almost the same thing. It would have felt like 3 or 4 weeks. I'm like, 4 days? Glorious. So,
you don't want to do a 5-hour flight to go 4 days in a room. I've been told to mention the wine again. We're drinking the 17 Nunes Vineyard, which went phenomenal with the porterhouse. Oh, Ben, both your daughters are on. That's awesome. Dustin, your kids are not on, which is good because they're too little to have Facebook.
Exactly.
So, did we talk about his dad and Fred? We should mention that your dad is quite an amazing man, and so for the 2 years that we've had, 2 out of the 3 years we've had these serious fires in our area, has caused havoc. Your dad flew airplanes over the fires. A fire works for Cal Fire. Well. Funny, Fred Nunes is also a retired Cal Fire helicopter pilot. So we have the wine from the helicopter pilot, the grapes, from the son of the pilot. So it's a pretty interesting relationship we have.
It's all full circle. Exactly.
It is full circle. Well, and I know I was telling the guys earlier that during the Tubbs fire a few years ago, I remember hearing that Dustin, the restaurants were closed. So you had a full walk-in, you had a full everything. And you kind of went down to the airport and were feeding all the firefighters, which I almost missed it. Like I said, when I heard some of the perks of it, that was amazing because they work so hard, so long. I don't even understand it. And to come off a shift or to take a break and to have you guys sitting there cooking your food is absolutely, thank you.
Well, you know what? You're welcome somehow.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, like, I grew up in that family, and the part that's amazing is any of these firehouses, Cal Fire, Healdsburg Fire Department, any of these firehouses, what they do is they have one person who's designated to be the chef of the day. So these guys work basically usually like a 16-hour shift, and they have 8 hours off. But they stay inside the firehouse to stay confined, basically one area. So what they'll do is they take an active firefighter who's trained to fight fires, save lives, and they make him the chef. Well, I am not a very good firefighter, by the way, for the record. I am about 140 pounds overweight for it and about 10 times too lethargic for that. So I was like, you know what? I'm a decent chef. Like, how's this? Get that firefighter out of the kitchen, make him go work, and I'll provide the whole staff of meals. We were doing about 450 meals a day for all the local fire departments and CAL FIRE. And it was our way to kind of help spread out our resources a little bit better. And my favorite was the Healdsburg Fire Department. They had their helipad set up. And I showed up the first day, brought all this food. Everybody was like, all right, thank you. Who the hell you are? We don't know, but thanks. The next day, I came into the gate, and it was like freaking swarm. It was like 14-year-old girls, like Justin Bieber concert. I mean, it was just like, I was like, ah! Like all these firefighters coming running up. And like everyone just came running up, and it was just like, I was like, hey, and like, oh my God, you're back. Like, do we have lobster today? I was like, no, we actually have like ribeyes. And they're like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I was like, but they're actually like akuwashi ribeyes. Like, this is Kobe ribeyes. They're like, that's cool, dude. And then like, the next day they show up and they're like, those ribeyes are great. What do you have today? I was like, it was so much fun. I loved it. It was probably one of my best parts, except for the whole fire, pandemic, world burning down part. It was amazing.
Something tells me they know your name now.
They do. That dude makes a good food. Like, it was crazy. And they had acronyms. It was good.
Wendy is saying that Fred was in charge of training the crew how to make beans and pies.
Almost
a little bit.
Lobster. Almost as good, I swear. Like,
I
there.
don't believe that.
And you have to know, his family had a pig farm. The vineyard was a pig farm, and they owned a winery on Fulton that they converted Fred's father, Musio, had the poultry processing plant there. That was his.
That's right.
And Cal Poultry in San Francisco was Fred's dad. So, of course,
crazy.
Vegetarian.
Isn't he
kind of understandable.
I think he's even vegan, which is crazy. Okay, so Dustin, I got to ask you a question because I've been lucky enough to go to your restaurant a couple times, and including Monday night, and you do what's called a trust me menu.
Yes, exactly.
And you keep saying you're overweight. You're absolutely not, but you should never trust a skinny chef. I do know that.
I'm very trustworthy. You're welcome.
Right. You're not very trustworthy, but, well, not in that regard. But anyways, so you do this trust me menu. You go in blind and you say, sure, I'll go with it. I brought my 16-year-old son in. He was with me. He was my date, but also my Uber. And Heather was incredible. She picked his brain, what you like, what you don't like. He tried beef tartare for his first time. It was amazing. Oh, my God, it was amazing. So we did the trust me menu, but where does this trust me menu come from? What made you decide to do that?
I mean, well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it, and I like the Uber driver. It's fantastic. Maybe I can get his Uber number, be like, yo, I'm at John and Zeke's, dude. I got to walk 2 blocks home. Come on, Uber. I like it.
It's why I had kids.
So the idea of the trust me menu is, I mean, you look at what we do in our lives, right? Especially now. We have so many decisions, so many crazy things going on in our lives. And most of us have to make decisions that are really important, really relevant. Where's your son go to college? All these crazy things day in, day out. And the day, we wanted somebody to be able to come into the restaurant and just relax. We wanted them to sit down, have a glass of wine, and for us to literally feed them. And the way we looked at it was we wanted them just to be mellow, relax, and sit back. So we'd have our servers go through and say, what do you like? What do you not like? What style of food do you want? And we basically make a menu on the fly just for them. And it is hands down my most favorite part. I love it.
Awesome. Because you know what? You're right. I will go through the day and I'm like, I don't want to make another decision. I'm done.
I know, right? I'm out. Done.
Just give me my bottle of wine and take it over, please. Ben, what were you going to say?
The beauty of that menu is that, so if there's 2 of you and you get the 4 or the 5, you actually get 8 or 10 plates to share.
Side by side.
So you a whole range of stuff to eat, which is fantastic. And if you have 4 people, everybody has a little bit of 4 different things. And it's an amazing idea that works really well. Every time we've gone with you pick for us.
It's fun. I love it.
I like it.
The first version, I first called it, I'm like, it's gonna be called the Feed Me menu. And then I was like, ooh, that sounds like cattle or like a sheep, Go to the feedlot. So we came up with the Trust Me menu, which, supposedly is all chic and cool. I still like the Feed Me menu. It sounds a lot better. It's like feed me, wine me, mazel tov, we're good.
So behind you, one of the things that you have perfected and have done for as long as I knew you, and you invited me at the other restaurant to go downstairs and show me how to do certain sauces or whatever. You do all your own charcuterie. And so hanging there behind you is on one side.
Right there. There we go.
Yeah, you've got.
So those are all of our backwards. Those are prosciuttos. That's our lomos. Our lonzos are right there, and that's the salmetti secchi.
Yeah,
that's kind of hard to do backwards, by the way.
Yeah, that should be gone to my right. But something that you do also is the winemaker's luncheon, and the last one I went to, I had to miss one because we were traveling. But the last one that I went to, you brought out a Kobe ribeye on a door. It was so big, you had a door.
The craziest thing. It was the craziest thing ever.
I'm not kidding you. I have
okay. Just in case the USDA Health Department is listening, it was not a door. It was a large customized plank designed just for ribeyes. But
works for me.
It was like a stretcher for this animal.
By the way, there is a missing person. We're not going to talk about that. The person ate very well. Yes, it was good. Yes, that was fun. It was just massive, huge. It was literally a loin ribeye together of a Wagyu. I think it was like 84 pounds or something like that. It was effing crazy. It was cool.
His eyes just went out.
When the world comes back to normal, Dustin, I'm just going to throw it out there. You should do a wine club manager luncheon.
I'm in.
That's a great idea. Who needs the winemakers? I mean, let's be real.
Exactly.
They get spoiled.
Gas station sushi is the best. Seriously. Nothing wrong with that.
I don't care if it's served on a door or not. I'm not doing it.
But the charcuterie that you do is fantastic. I mean, and if you get the charcuterie plate, it's unbelievable to share at the beginning before you even start. That's an amazing platter.
So you used to work at another restaurant. You used to work at another restaurant in town, and Papa Pietro Perry would do our holiday. So Papa Pietro Perry Winery would do the staff. They take you out to a restaurant for the holidays, which is incredible. We were at that previous restaurant, which you were the chef, so we adored
Dry
it.
Creek Kitchen, which I love. I was there for 6 years. I love that restaurant. I miss it every day.
And actually they're still definitely amazing. But Simone, Papa Pietro, and I missed one of the holiday dinners one year. And so we decided to go do our own holiday dinner, and we did it at Valette. And we did a trusted menu. And Ben, I'm sorry to say, I think we paired like 3 other things, popped them in as well.
What?
Then we went to Duke's for some drinks, but it was an awesome night. I got in trouble for the credit card later, but it was delicious. It was a great time.
I love it. Yeah, that's where we met. Was back in the day at Dry Creek Kitchen. I think it was the first time I tried your wines. I was sitting there. I think the Psalm came up, and he's like, "You like wine?" I was like, "Yes, obviously." Yeah. And we tasted it, and it was just ridiculous. And they're like, "Oh, it's this really cool winery called Papa Pietro Periti de Fazza Japan and the Duke." I was like, "What?" And it was like, I think they added like 17 extra P's in there and like 4 extra R's. And then finally got the bottle. I'm like, "Oh, Papa Pietro Perry." I'm like, "I've heard them. They're amazing." And the guy's like, no, that's not it. It's Papa Pietro Perry. It was like my 3-year-old trying to read for the first time. It was hilarious. And then it was the first time I ever had your wines, and I was just so blown away by it. It was amazing.
We've taken
amazing.
Crew a couple of times. We've taken the crew for barrel tasting of the clone wines that we do, which was always like a really great event. Meet all the people that worked for you there or worked there. And, we're always willing to do that. Maybe your crew in the future at the wine, we'd love to do that.
Sounds good. How's 10 minutes sound? 10 minutes work for you guys? Perfect. Sounds great. I'm sorry, guys. We need to cancel this. We're heading off to the winery in 12 minutes now. Yeah. Right? We're all good. We're totally in. Guys, close the restaurant. We're taking a field trip.
Hey, Dustin, Brady's asking, are your cured meats imported from Europe? But no, you do them yourself.
They're imported from very long ways away. Right?
Healdsburg.
That's kind of Europe-ish. No, we're a USDA curing facility. So we started it back in Las Vegas. My first restaurant I had in 2007. It's the first time we actually started making them. And then we continued the process at Dry Creek Kitchen. We were a county regulated facility, and now we're actually a USDA regulated facility. So we're actually one of the unique restaurants that's actually allowed to legally make charcuterie. And that is kind of hard to see, but that's literally our actual cured chamber right there. And our whole thing is, when I was a kid, I grew up out here. When I was a kid, my great-grandfather used to make prosciutto. That was his thing. And I was a kid, I remember going down there to the cellar, and you carve off a little piece of prosciutto, and I was the ripe age of like 5. And like I would have just like a little baby sip of wine. And I swear that was like the beginning of the whole thing for me. I was in, and ever since then, I always wanted to kind of relive that. And here in the restaurant, we're very fortunate where we have the ability to make the charcuterie, we're able to serve the wine, and just create that form of hospitality that we in Sonoma County know so well.
So a little bit about your history, which is very, very interesting about the building that you're in. So
that's it.
Maybe people don't know about that.
This is my great-grandfather, same person. This is his second bakery. It was serendipitous as can be. And I was at Dry Creek Kitchen for 6 years. And the opportunity happened where I was able to purchase this back and keep this in the family. And I can't put in words how fortunate I am. And about 3 years ago, about 2.5, 3 years ago, a building got for sale on the Healdsburg Square, which was his original bakery, the first one when he came from France. And I just happened to mention to a friend of mine, kind of half-heartedly, I think over a couple of glasses of wine, I was like, we should buy that and put a restaurant there. And he's like, okay. And literally 2 days later, bought the building. And I was like, what the hell? I was kidding. Like, that was like tongue in cheek, So we're very excited now to have a new restaurant in the works, which we're going to open next year.
Yeah, it didn't
very exciting times for us.
It was a bit of a struggle to get that. We're so happy that all worked out, because it's going to be a great feature to the plaza. We're really looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, it was a hard process, but the beauty of Healdsburg, the beauty of Sonoma County is everybody's passionate. People are passionate about their heirloom tomato varietals. They're passionate about their wines. They're passionate about their food. Everybody cares. And I think for some of the residents, they didn't understand our vision at first. And we were able, very fortunately, be able to kind of show, we're going to keep this building. We're going to keep this piece of this historic building, this piece of town, this piece of home to me. And we live half a block from this restaurant. We're going to live a block and a half from the other restaurant. And we want to keep this in the family for as long as we can, for the next 100 years. So very excited.
Looking forward to the opening.
Me
Two
too.
comments on what you just said. I have 3 comments. Me too. First one is that I'm thinking there are a lot of deals that go down over a glass of wine or a bottle.
Absolutely.
In town, right?
Exactly. It always starts off so innocent. You're like, I have an idea. And the next thing you know, you're like, ooh, I just did that.
Well, I'm
like,
pretty sure Ben got stuck into that one too, with telling Bruce, if you can find a space to make wine, fine, we can do it. And like a week or 2 later, Bruce is like, so I signed a lease. And
we're all set.
Yeah.
Nice.
You said.
That's the best part.
Right?
That's the best part. That you get people who are passionate about a craft, and like you get to showcase that. I mean, we look at our restaurant, we look at us as like, we're just the canvas. We're the canvas for people who are passionate, for our mixologists, for winemakers, for grape growers, for our farmers, for our ranchers. Like, we're a canvas. We're able to showcase your amazing wines. That pairing with the pork porterhouse it's a local Duroc pork raised here in Sonoma County, and everything comes from Sonoma County. The watercress, watercress is from Sausalito Springs, but everything else is Sonoma County. They're Mirablin plums from my dad's trees. They're plums from a little farmer down here. The walnuts from Gary Blousey, who does an amazing Old Vines Inn. Like, everything we do comes from right here in our area. That crispy bacon is actually crispy lomo that we actually cure in the chamber right there. That's who we are. We want to showcase this piece of amazing terroir we have that grows amazing Pinots, grows amazing food. And we want to kind of just showcase who we are as Sonoma County, showcase who we are as a county that wants to embrace hospitality. We're very fortunate.
So
I came in.
We should show the movie.
I
before.
want.
Oh, there's a movie. I love it.
I got a little movie of.
Hold on. Hold on.
Unfortunately, it's all me.
Do we need popcorn? I need popcorn. Popcorn. Popcorn.
Oh my
Scott.
God. And in Sonoma, by the way, we do truffle. Oh, Jennifer, I'm about to mention you. So my sister Jennifer is a notoriously vanilla girl. She's a little boring with what she eats. I brought her into the restaurant, and she told the service member, she goes, I'm a very gentle eater. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? So it was her version of saying she was picky without being picky. I pretty much told her to shut up. Trust the restaurant. I'm waiting for her to come back. She loved the scallops. She loved the fish. She loved everything. And I think it goes back to what you were just saying, though. A lot of times when it is local and it's right there, it's amazing. It's an experience. That's what I love. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to show my video. All right,
video time.
Dan and I went into the restaurant. Dan in the back office and I went into the restaurant because we wanted to do some R&D. We did a taste it menu, so take a peek.
I love it. That's good. That's like right there. You're good.
And Rue and Heather at the restaurant were phenomenal. They were both fantastic. Don't tell Ben, but I sent them both home with a bottle of wine.
Nice. I love it.
I figure nothing in life is free. You can always enjoy wine. I mean, that's why we live here.
Exactly.
Without a doubt. No, dinner was amazing. Like I said, we did the trust you menu. Your scallops are incredible. The whole scallop dish, it's ridiculous. I don't know how you can go to Valette and not do the trusted menu and the charcuterie and the scallops, and then the desserts.
Even Max like the scallops.
And my
So
16-year-old
we are to be in Sonoma County. So everything, you look on the news and these big pig farms with multinational companies running these pig farms and that. And they don't even let the guys come in and test them. Here, we're so fortunate we have small farmers and small companies that produce fantastic and we're so lucky to be able to buy from our community. And we're very fortunate to have a community that is very lush with these beautiful products. And, the grapes that we get from Russian River, bar none, are some of the best in the United States. And so as a producer of grape wine from this area, we're blessed. I feel really, really blessed,
Well, and I will say that the Nunes, Dustin, you did a great job pairing the Nunes. And I asked you this earlier. I'm going to ask you now. So we decided we're going to pair the Nunes and have fun with it. We brought you some wine. And when you taste, we said to you, what are you going to do? What do you think? We brought you the wine. And so when you tasted the wine, did you go, aha?
When you first taste the wine is fantastic, right? It's got beautiful balance to it. The acidity is beautiful. Ben just dropped the bottle. But it's absolutely delicious. And the part I love about it is you have the balanced fruit. When you have it, it's not pure fruit. It's not too jammy. It's not too, it's not reductive. You're not sitting there in a big old earthy truffle like you came out of, France, but it has this beautiful balance to it. What we want to do is we wanted to stand up to the oomph of the wine. Very technical word, by the way. Oomph. Stand up to the oomph of the wine. But we also wanted to play around the nuances of the fruit. So that's where we got the Mirabellum plums, right? Because the Mirabellum plum has almost like a cherry kind of raspberry flavor to it, but it has a little bit of tartness to it. So we use that to put on top of that pork. So when you have that honey brine and you have that Mirabellum plum glaze, it caramelizes and you get a really deep flavor. And then we started kind of playing off the nuances. You started getting that salinity in the wine, right? I mean, I'm not sure what kind of barrels you guys use, but almost had that French oak, almost like a medium plus, like Francois Fier back into it, where you can almost get like that light smokiness. So we wanted to kind of caramelize that pork. Was that right?
You were right. Yeah. You're good.
Prayers with 10 barrels of Loire for my Michael.
That was blind. Oh, I love it. I had no idea that was blind. But like you get those nuances on that, and what we really want to do is we wanted to play around with the different levels of it. We also wanted to kind of give you a little bit of violet mustard, the Pinot Noir mustard on the side. So what we did was we took the wine, reduced the wine down, incorporated it back into like a pickled mustard seed, and we pureed it. So you have these little kind of bites, these little like pops of acidification, a little pop of heat, a little sweetness, and it was kind of the wine to me. The wine is very deep in flavor. It's very deep in complexity. It has a palate that not only on the very first part when you first taste it, but it stays strong. And we wanted to play with the nuances of the wine to go with the pork. So it took a couple renditions back and forth, but we were really happy with the pairing. And I had to work very hard for you guys. I had to drink 4 glasses of wine, and I had to eat 2 pork chops. It was very rough. I worked very hard, and you're welcome.
I came Monday solely to double check your work.
I know, or quadruple check, same thing.
I got to work too.
I approach it just a little bit differently. I just make something and then drink a bunch of different bottles and see which one matches up.
So you win. The man on the right wins. What the heck is I thinking? I'm wrong.
Yeah, but the problem is by the time he finds his pairing, he doesn't even remember what day it is. So he has to do it all
again.
And that's the problem?
Oh, you're right.
It's on the pool. What are you talking about?
This is what my job is. No, this was absolutely phenomenal. And to be clear, anybody who's local, you guys are pouring the Nunes by the glass over there.
Yes.
And by the bottle at a very fair price because I ran out of my bottle and had to buy another. And you know,
super fun.
R&D. Yeah, that's what you have to do.
Yes.
No, Dustin, thank you so much for joining us. This has been fun. Absolutely
Super
fantastic. Now I want to come back and now I got to do charcuterie and apparently some pickled peaches. And
Yes.
I'm guessing you're booked tonight.
We are, but we are doing this pork to go. So the idea was we wanted to be able to do the wine to go and the pork to go. So go to our website, ValetteHealdsburg.com, or give us a call, 473-0946. And the idea is you can actually get a glass of wine. You can sit here at the bar. We are socially distanced. There's not a whole lot of opportunity, but there are a couple of slots here at the bar. You could sit down and you could have a glass of this beautiful wine. You could try the pork. You can try the pickled green peaches with a burrata. You can also order it to go. And we have, I don't know, let me check right now. 5, 4, 3, we have 17, 18 orders tonight for people who are doing just that. They're doing the pork and the wine pairing, and they're actually picking up the pork from here, and they're doing kind of like Ben, what you did, and having it at your home. And that's something that we're really trying to do right now is we understand the world is absolutely crazy right now, and we want to make sure that people have a little bit of balance. People have something to kind of look forward to. So we're making our dish available and your wines available to pick up and take people's homes. It's kind of our little way of saying, hey, life sucks, but let's sit back and eat some food and drink some wine, and it won't be as bad.
Life sucks, but not all of it does. And as anybody can tell out here, you know, Ben and I are in our homes, and Dustin's at the restaurant. Socially, very good with your mask. The only time you took it off was to drink the wine.
I know, right? And this is my fancy mask. We use all the higher ones, N95s. So this is just a fancy. This is my TV mask.
So we should just say we're lucky in Healdsburg to have the quality of restaurants. It really has become the central part of Sonoma County for restaurant and wineries to come to visit. We have a great spot for people to come and visit. You know, difficult times now. Someday this will all blow away, hopefully, and we'll get back to normal and the wonderful opportunities to have great meals in Healdsburg.
We'll be back.
Can't wait. They're right around the corner.
Thank you, Dustin, so much. Thank you, Ben, for getting out of the pool.
Fun.
I appreciate all of you guys.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the amazing wine. Guys, have a great night. Take care. And cheers.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Tell them to stay on.